just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Ready?
Back to throw. That caught by Davis. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Let's go. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
The second down throw is incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long, and as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I can promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. That is a brutal way to start the game. You're thinking opening drive touchdown. Instead, that third down pick turns into 6, Greg.
Yeah, Mike, and every offense all week works on that opening drive. It's such a critical way to get their players and get their offense settled into this game. And as you said, disastrous start, not only turning the ball over, but allowing the defense to capitalize and take it all the way back the other way.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Right back to the air following that pick six. Open man, it's Davis downfield. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Let's go now. They're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way. Go.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. Back to the sideline and intercepted. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the... After the INT, chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
2nd and 7.
Here we go, set. 70 Lion. Ready.
Throwing, Willis. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch. Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The Panthers unit. This a 42-yard attempt. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Panthers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. First time with their fullback. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Go!
Now they'll set up to throw. Taken in by Achan. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
The tight end Fant in motion.
Go!
To the air now on 1st and 10. They'll cover the sideline, and it's intercepted.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
Willis now to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
18. Check out.
To throw, here's Willis. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the first quarter. But that was their third attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, 70 Timberwolf. Ready, ready?
Pistol snap to Willis. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Here's Willis. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. This will be a 38-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers are back within 1. It's 7-6.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Will be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Looking underneath for Achane. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big, explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
He'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he's going to have a Buccaneers 1st down as they move the chains on 3rd down. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. The Bucs have the early lead and will return to Charlotte in a moment. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Derwin James.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump. Makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's taken it. It's Tgfl Wk. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays, and at after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18.
Ready? Get up.
On the handoff, it's Garendo. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Viking 18. Go.
Receiver in motion. Going right. Down to the 10. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Now it is 1st and goal.
Come on, set.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7. Second and goal.
Ready? Go.
He'll get this out wide. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. 3rd and goal.
Cowboy 8.
Davis going in motion.
Ready?
This is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
And a nice job there defensively on 3rd down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the 1st down.
Set, go.
Here's a designed run, and he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
From his own end zone, he'll set up to throw.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback in their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
Ready up.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, hey, check that, check that. Hut, hut.
Here comes Guerrero. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Willis to throw. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
3rd and 9.
Here we go, set.
To throw is Willis. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. Trey Palmer. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. This one complete to his tight end Fant. It's a gain of 12 there. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most...
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. The Panthers will take their first timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Ready.
1st and 10.
Ready. Hut.
Now Willis. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That caught by Davis. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
It is 3rd and 10.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Tag.
Throwing is Willis. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. This is returnable with Palmer. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Man in motion here is Tucker. The shotgun snap. He'll look to pressure. Gets there. And down he goes. Derek Brown, former 7th overall selection, gets the sack there.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He runs with it, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Connecting with the tight end. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
70 Lion.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Stephanie. Cougar 19.
Here's a give to Achek. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Now they'll set up to throw. He connects with Palmer on that one. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And And it sets up first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Here's H.N. And he just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Come on, H.N. Touchdown, Buccaneers. It's his third touchdown on the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10.
Go!
Willis now to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Come on, set! 19 tight, 19 tight. Check go.
Willis now to throw. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Got it. Ready?
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Ready?
Throwing, Willis. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And the Buccaneers will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit over-eager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down. Once again, it's H.N. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
Ready,
2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with H.N. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Now this time they'll look to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he's in. Craig Palmer. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bucs extend it to a 21-6 advantage. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Ready. Traveler. Let's go now.
Pistol snap to Willis. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Ready.
Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Set.
They send the tight end in motion.
Ready.
Throwing Willis. And this is a big problem, going the wrong way. Out of bounds well behind the original line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Maverick. Here we go, set.
Willis. He'll throw it left and has his running back. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make
a throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
To throw here to begin the drive. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and he'll bring up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. Picking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. That's fielded at about the 18. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
Sending a receiver right. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's Willis. Checking Checking it down. This one is caught. He's to the 15. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be first and goal. They've got it at the 3. Now whistles here, and a penalty. I think somebody moved early up front.
Tiger, Bronco 80.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. To the 5-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's
Here
go.
now, second down. And goal.
Ready, ready?
Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. Davis heading in motion. And he will score! Game on! Malik Willis! Touchdown, Panthers! So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores? Or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achan. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go now.
On the handoff, this is Achan. And he's going to take this all the way home. Tavon Achan. Touchdown, Tampa. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by the former Florida State Seminole.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Set, ready, go.
Now, faking the give. He'll go left side here and complete this one. The Panthers will take their first timeout.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Buccaneers have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster. And I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
Here we go, here we go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he thought about throwing it away, but he can't get rid of it, and that's going to go down as a sack.
I understand what he's trying to do, Mike. He's thinking, can I extend this play? Can I get out of the pocket and buy some time for my receivers? But on these early downs, that's a ball that just needs to be thrown away.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Go!
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check go.
A run up the middle with Achan. He's going to have a Bucs first down by about a yard. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 5.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
In trouble. Down he goes. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. We'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolf.
Back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and 1. He'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. One final chance for this defense. And here's 3rd down.
Cowboy 80.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. And he is close to the pileup, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a 1st down. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
And for a 3rd intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Still on the move. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
And that final throw here is intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So, a win here for the visiting Bucs. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.